welcome to our channel. We are the GraceNotesStitchers. I'm Corinne.
I'm Colleen.
And we're a mother-daughter stitching team, stitching duo. We make our videos together, but we don't always cross-stitch together, and we definitely aren't working on the same thing. You'll see we each have our own tastes and style. If you are new to cross-stitch, this is our works in progress, which we call WIPs. This is our talking about new starts and kind of like what's going on in our life and with stitching. So I did create a how-to video because some people did ask about that. So yeah, Flosstube is about cross stitch. That's why we put the word Flosstube on there, or craft. Some people are multi-crafters. I do sew a little bit, so I'll show off a little bit of that. We'll tell about, just bring it down. You won't be on the camera, honey. My daughter's bringing my coffee down, so you'll see a mug suddenly appear in my right hand. Thank you, honey. It needed reheated. But this is our second time making the video, so some of it might be a little awkward for us. We got a phone call in the middle, and I hit stop on my watch, and apparently that ended. So if you're a Flosstube maker, don't touch your watch during your videos, because that's going to end your video. That happened, and then we watched it. My head was cut off. So we decided
just redo the entire thing.
Maybe just redo it. I rambled some that I didn't want to ramble anyway. So what is the biggest thing that has happened to us in the past 2 weeks?
I got COVID.
Colleen's been in quarantine.
Yeah.
So what did quarantine look like in the Simpson household? Saturday night, my husband started with symptoms. I have autoimmune issues. I don't know if we made a floss tube since, I think we did. But anyway, I'm on a new immune suppressant drug. So that's for my psoriatic arthritis. So I cannot get sick because I will probably end up hospitalized. So my husband just was feeling really groggy and bleh. So I just went, yeah, I'm sleeping in the living room. Thank you. So I throw a sheet on the couch. I sleep in the living room. And my son had come home from work also on Saturday. Feel so good. I'm like, go to bed. Sunday morning, neither one could get up for church. And these two girls, my oldest and middle daughter, they were both like, I'm not feeling so good. I'm like, stay in your room. Like, I actually met them at their bedroom door. They're like, I'm not feeling so good. I'm like, turn around and go right back in. My youngest was like, I'm feeling okay. I'm like, yeah, but you're going downstairs. Like, I don't know what's going on. And my mom texted me and said, Dad thinks he has COVID. I'm like, what? Like, seriously? So, we had spent Thanksgiving with them. So they all, my dad, my husband, and brother, all exactly the same symptoms, pretty much same time. And I just went, you guys are not coming near me. Stay in your room. And then...
You said your brother, you mean your son.
Oh, yeah. It's my son. Huh. Their brother. Her brother.
Yeah.
I do call my son. My son's name is Alan. My brother's name is Leon. So I do sometimes call Alan Leon. But anyway, so yeah, Alan had to stay in his bedroom. My brother and sister's family did not get it. They didn't sleep over there. But their family's all safe. No symptoms, no nothing. But I sent my husband, because for his work, he needed a little bit more proof. So on Monday, I sent him for a COVID test. I'm like, you get your shoes on upstairs and you walk your butt right out the door. And I said, while he was gone, I looked at Lauren and I said, regardless of the results, we're sure it's something pretty bad. I said, we're just putting sheets on the couch. We're both sleeping downstairs. And I had her cover her face. And I said, you grab a laundry basket. I grabbed a laundry basket. And we ran into our bedrooms and in a marathon grabbed everything that we could grab. Underwear, socks. I wore leggings for 2 weeks straight because that's the drawer I opened. And I even wore like exercise type shirts because that was the same drawer. And I was like, I'm not even counting. I'm emptying my drawer. Because I was just trying to get in my room as fast as possible and out as fast as possible. And yeah, I seriously didn't see my husband for 2 weeks. He FaceTimed me. His test did come back positive. And somebody asked me if I was going to have my kids tested. And I went, why? Like Alan's boss, that's who it was. He asked him, I said, no, you had the same symptoms. And my husband said, that test is a nightmare. It was horrible. It was painful. So I was like, I'm not subjecting my kids to that. They have the same symptoms. We know that they have it. So yeah, so I did FaceTime videos for my lessons. It worked out very nicely because at least they were up there and I had the piano. So I was able to do my lessons. I made more dinners than I have in a long time. Lauren and even helped me cook. And then we would line the food up on trays, set them out in the hallway. We put a gate at the bottom so that the dogs couldn't even go up the stairs. But yeah, we would run food up and we'd just give them a warning. And then after we left, we'd be like, okay,
Lunch in the halls.
lunch in the hall. That's what Lauren would yell. And then we would tell them, like, set your tray out. And we'd make sure the door was closed for like a half hour before we would even go back up. I gave them an early Christmas present. I ordered water bottles for them. So before, they all had silver bottles with colored lids. And they'd get mad if I washed them all at the same time. Like, we gotta know whose bottle is whose. So I was able to get colored bottles, so that was nice. But that way, because I was washing these like constantly, that way I always had one cold in the fridge. And then we would just swap it out. But again, I was like, set it out when we bring up your meal. Then we'd come down, wash the dishes immediately, wash our hands immediately. Like, oh, wash my hands so much. And sanitizing the handrail just because, you know, I might have touched something up there. And light switches. Lauren's like, Mom, how often do I have to actually do this? I'm like, every day. So lots of cleaning going on there. And
Lauren had to take care of the dogs, like taking them out.
Like she did all the dogs.
But she has to feed both night and day. And then
normally Colleen feeds in the morning, Leanne feeds at night. Lauren had to do it all. So she's like, you're welcome. I took care of the dogs for you. And we're like, how about you took care of them for them?
But the dogs are saying thank you.
No, Lauren is the one who takes them out first thing in the morning. She does most of the potty stuff. But yeah, it just, we're getting ready for a huge snowstorm. The dog dirt needs cleaned up if there's any visible from the little snow we got yesterday. So hopefully lots of stitching. I teach through tomorrow. And then we are on Christmas break. So that's really, really nice. Let's talk a little bit more about cross stitch because, you know, that's what you're here for. So I'm going to show you my planner just because this is where my time and energy has gone. Colleen couldn't even see this till she was out of quarantine. But on Black Friday, I had ordered some new things, rings. I wanted the larger size. And boy, good thing I got the larger size. I have all my pages in here. I have a few from last year. If anybody's interested, I can do a walkthrough of my planner. But I had seen it last year and I was like, I don't really need this. But Jen Lee from 24 Hours of Cross Stitch put out her own planner. And she has events in her group. And you can always print them. They are free in the group. She gives you printables for her events. Well, for the planner, you get the whole year's worth in advance. She said she still reserves the right to change things. So I printed all of those pages and she gave you extras. And so I printed what I wanted. There were some things, like she said she printed it or wrote it as her mind thinks. And sometimes she wants things in 2 or 3 places. I don't always. So the things that are for a year, like she gave us like a habit tracker, a wish list, shopping. It's a challenge to shop at different places. So that's kind of cool. A year-long ABC. Like these things I put at the front of my planner. I printed in color. She gave me an idea of a different kind of paper to use so that when I punch it with my Happy Planner punch, this has to be repunched because I punched it wrong. But when I use my Happy Planner punch, these are almost the same weight of paper. So I really like that. But yeah, I'll have to do a walkthrough between Christmas and New Year's for you guys. Because I have all of my activities in here. I'm gonna let Colleen, she is the one who had one project throughout all of quarantine. Now the first week, all she could do was sleep. But the second week, she said to her sister, when you come up, can you please bring my cross stitch?
No,
so
I actually had grabbed it, so I had it.
Oh, you took it with you. But there's something she took up.
No, it was my bag. I had one color for the project because I was missing 5 of my colors. So I could have, like, if I had the colors, I would have filled in these flowers here. But yeah, I ran out of my paint, so now I'm borrowing Mother's.
So yeah, so the second week she cross stitched.
So the gold border, that is totally new, and all those leaves. I'll have to go and fill those leaves in, but I got all those done. But again, I was working with colors I had on my hand.
So I will be honest, I don't even remember the pink being done. I remember her starting the pink. So I think she finished the pink since the last video we made.
No, there's pink in that.
No, did you finish the pink since the last video?
The pink's in it. Yes.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't all the way done.
No.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the pink.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I'm so dense sometimes. But anyway, she got a lot of progress done on her fans of the parties. But that's kind of all she
Was able to work
was
on.
able to do. However, she has been working on a little project.
Like I don't want to grab the card. But
She's making a card.
I'm gonna show it. Like, yeah, it's a card for Dad.
I'll show you what the finished product is going to look like. But she's making this for her dad, my husband. Where did we get it?
Got this at Hobby Lobby and it was on clearance. So, this is the backing, so it can like go into the card, and it opens up. So just like I don't know, deglue it. I've never finished a project. And then it came with an envelope.
So I'm hoping he'll take it and, you know, put it at work. And then since we made our last video, she also has a finish. It's the only finish we have today.
Yeah, even before quarantine, this was done. I called it teapot bread cloth. I don't think I had a name because like with the cloths, some of them have names, but that's for my grandmother. Because I mean it's old fashioned, but that's not trying to be rude to her. But like,
She loves these kind
I
of
know,
things.
like I think she would like
My
it.
mom is a cross between Victorian and country in her style. But yeah, that's, you know, back when I first started cross stitching, and probably a lot of you first started cross stitching, country was pretty much all you could do. And that's why we were like, I was big into Paula Vaughn. She would have been like the full coverage type of the yesteryear. And then when you got into like Mirabilia, that was your fancy things. So Colleen just wants to cross stitch while I show what I got accomplished while she was in quarantine. You didn't get to see her as she was going ooh and awing over some of the progress that I had made.
Oh, because the
first video is gone now. But this is Brew Can Do It. This is on Dinky Dyes. I can't say how much I love working on Dinky Dyes, with Dinky Dyes. So I finished the green here, got this done here, worked up in there, and obviously that was all new. I filled in the coffee pot. So that I'm in a group, Semi-Sane, and I'm sure you're hearing other floss tubers talk about this. Semi-Sane is semi-closed. You have to know somebody outside of Flosstube. So if you chat with me on a regular basis, or you know, comment on my videos and we have a conversation, and then hopefully take it off of YouTube, like have more of a conversation, then we're friends. You know me, I know you. So if you just mention, I saw this on Flosstube, they're not going to accept you in the group. The reason is they use real prizes. So they want to, and I don't run the group, not my rules. I just respect the rules and pass on the info that they actually asked us to pass on. Is, you know, you have to know somebody in the group to get in. They want to make sure that, number one, it's real people, or not the same person trying to get double prizes. You know, those kinds of things. This is Heart of Hearts. I still have quite a bit to do on this, but this is all the bigger it's going to be. This is the center of my heart. I thought I'd have been a lot further. I put 1,000 stitches. I think I put about 1,000 in each of these. I would have thought I'd been closer to being done, but I still have like 4,000 to go. So thank you, Pattern Keeper, for telling me I'm not, but that's okay. Okay, so while she was in quarantine, I actually gridded Cinderella. So I took her off my scroll rods because I haven't figured out if it's easier gridding on the rods or off the rods. And I surged. So I got some sewing done, but she needed gridded. I probably took this section out 3-4 times, even some of this down here. So I was sick and tired of doing that, so I decided to grid. And I used the Sulky Sliver. There is a difference between the Sulky Sliver Metallic and just the Sulky Metallic. So you definitely want the word sliver. And then I finished down here. For my challenges, if I start gridding after the project began and I'm working on that project, I do count it as stitches. Somebody asked me if I did. I'm like, you betcha. Hey, they'll count anything. They say the needle going in and out 4 times. So back stitching counts as 2 or as 1 stitch. 2 back stitches is 1 stitch. I counted 2 stitches as 1 stitch because that was a lot of work. Pocahontas, got a lot done on her. I finished down here. I had a little bit extra here, but this is all new. And then her umbrella, sorry, her parasol. I got that done, or started that. This one I'm not working on for my WIP Wranglers. That's the event. So I roll a 20-headed die, and 20-sided die, and when I roll, I have my WIPs numbered, and that's the one I'm going to work on. And then I have a 6-sided die, and when I roll that, it tells me how many stitches. So if I roll 3, I picked hard, so I have to do 600 stitches. Well, I rolled a 2 last night, so that's 400 stitches in my little stitchy. I just wanted you guys to see where I was because I don't think I've shown this on Flosstube. I did make a video of how to cross stitch, and I used Flossie as my example. But I rolled and I can't wait. I'm hoping maybe I'll just get it finished because I'm hoping there's not 400 stitches left in her. This is Snow Queen from Hate. Believe it or not, this is like 1,400 stitches. So I rolled a 7. I didn't roll a 7. Probably 1,200 stitches or 14 because sometimes I'm using it for another challenge and I keep going. But you know, I'm doing 10. So 2 counts as 1. But I got a lot of stitches done in Snow Queen. It is on too small of a scroll rod. Trying to think of why that is.
Too big?
Yeah, too big. The scroll rod is too big. Because when I came downstairs to see if it would fit, I had it turned the wrong direction. Like I had it long wise. And I was like, oh, this is perfect size scroll rod. And then I went and I made my little, I actually sewed 2, one for my big project and one for that. I sewed the little thing to go on the top of it so it could just the rods slide right through. And I call those, what do I call them? Rod cozies. I kind of made my own style. I've seen other people make them, but I make mine where there's actually a pocket and then it attaches. There's a thing that hangs down to attach to it. But anyway, I made that and then I took it up and I went to put it on and I was like, something's wrong here. I grabbed the rods that would have done the length or the width, not the length. No, the length, not the width. And that's okay. I don't have the right size, so they're on my wish list. And then I got some more done in Sleeping Beauty. Not a ton. I think I only got like 600 in this one. So I completely filled in the border, where it started up here a little bit. I got some of this done, and I think some of the pink is new. So this is Sleeping Beauty by Mirabilia. But this I have on the right size, so I keep it on all the time. I'm not sure if I had shown Peppermint Purple since I worked on it last. I think I only have like 2 new ones done for you. They are doing a similar stitch along next year for 2021. This is the year of Blackwork, but I decided I couldn't keep up with this year. I'm gonna finish this one next year. And it's the same size, same style. They gave you 2 layouts for next year. It's gonna either be you can make it as a square or you can make it as the rectangle if you want to match them. I enjoyed doing the black work. I'm still enjoying it, but I have too many other things to get caught up on. So I am not going to start the 2021 stitch along. Mulan is going to be my concentration piece. I got probably another 1,000 or 1,500 on this one. I got more of this done in here. All of her done up here, her skin, and started working heavily down here. I picked a big block of color to work on. She is my focus piece for the coming year. One of my groups is 21,000 stitches in the year 2021. So she's who I picked. So for a lot of my full covered groups, this is what it's going to be. There was another group, School of Magical Stitches, that asked for a full coverage focus piece. So Mulan is it. I really want to get her done. On my WIPGO board, which I did not show you, I just kind of held up. I only put 1,000 stitches because I want to be able to hit my goals. This is my animal almanac. So for the game, if I roll a 4, that means 800 stitches. If you roll a second time, that would only be 400 stitches if I roll a 4. If you roll the same project a third time, they say it's wrangled, don't worry about it. So I'm holding off on working on this until it gets, if it gets rolled a second time. If not, after the 20 pieces are done, then I will work on this one again. All right, we had to run and eat lunch. All right, so faith, trust, and a little bit of pixie dust. The pixie is showing up. So I got all of P done, and I finished the rest of the letters and started my D. Just did that over the past 3 days. I got 1,300 stitches on that. That is with water lilies. It's the Karen Silks. Working on my summer Quaker. This is definitely a goal to finish next year. However, down at the bottom is the alphabet, so I probably will not finish this till December. And the reason is
Of next year?
the reason is I'm in a group called, or a game called Alpha My Bet, where every 2 weeks you work on a new letter. So I would do A 1 week, 2 weeks later do B. So I'm using this as my Alpha My Bet. So I'll probably have everything else done and just finish the alphabet up in December. I finished this and all of this, obviously that's new. You can see I'm working on that. Finished the little butterflies and a little bit of these little white. Oh, and I finished these up here. And I think over there. So this is coming along nicely. But I don't really have any other alphabet projects that I want to work on. I don't really have any other samplers planned. I am not doing the the Clouds Factory stitch along. It was endangered species, and it does look really cute. But number one, I am doing the wreath, which I haven't even begun yet, from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. But I stayed up with my animal almanac, and I did not keep up with Grimm's. I got behind, and I did buy the Epic Storybook. So, yeah, I have that to work on, and that's from Clouds Factory. Clouds Factory it's a love-hate relationship that I have with Clouds Factory. So what I got done is this Puss in Boots, and I think I finished Sleeping Beauty since you've seen the last. So my love-hate relationship is, it's very cute. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. Love the project. Love the end result. What I don't love is all the color changes. And you're like, oh, but it's really not a lot. But it is. It's a lot more than you thought it would be. Like, her hair is one color, but her dress is 2 or 3 colors. Yeah, we got like 3 stitches here, 3 stitches here. Of course, the skin is 1 stitch. Because when I first got it, I was like, oh, they're tiny. They won't take long at all. No, they don't. But it's a lot of, on and off of colors. And I think that just was a little bit discouraging for me, because I'm one who likes to stitch with a same color a lot.
I'm not. I don't like this.
Yeah. And like, I will stitch all I can in that color. And I, again, love hate because I stitch things in the wrong place. Because when I was up here, I stitched this green. I went up here and stitched this green, and then I found out they were in the wrong spot. So I've held myself in. I reined myself in a little bit. And that's why the color changing is happening more. And then, of course, not loving it quite as much. My stained glass Cinderella. No, Sleeping Beauty. No, Snow White. Oh my goodness, my brain. Can you help me? So this is my Snow White. So since you've seen it last, I got more skin done and fixed her eye. Her eye was totally not good. So I fixed that, and I got a little bit more done up here. I love her. I'm doing 10 stitch. So of course I have to double the number of stitches that's even called for. And then can you show me my thing? So this is A Place of Our Own by Hade. So the top left corner, in case you're wondering, I am a center starter because I'm old fashioned and that's how they always told you to start. However, with Haid, they tell you start at the top left. So basically you count down the number of stitches you need or inches you need to start and then you go from there. So I got all of this color green done. So I filled in, I think I got like 2,400 done on this because I was using it for more than one challenge, and I will be coming back to this because one of my monthly challenges uses it, and it's got so many things in it. So it was one of those you have to find pictures that start with these letters. So that one being super size max color, not that the colors make a difference, but definitely will be showing. So that is all my WIPs. I do not have any finishes. I have a little bit of haul, not a lot. I got the thing for my hole punch. I did get some things at Joann for Black Friday. So I bought the ecru comb. I bought a dark mahogany, not the very dark, just the dark mahogany. And that is 300. So I was really happy because I was hoping it would be this number because I need that in a lot of projects coming up. So I've been kitting up projects while she was laid up. She didn't even know. I started a whole new set of kitting up. And then this is 932, and that was just a light blue. That one is a little disappointing to me because I was hoping it would be like 434. As you know, we use 434 a lot. But I will, again, look up on my invoice what colors they said it would be, and then what the actual DMC numbers are. So this was 932.
So I have a tiny bit of haul. Like, unrelated to cross stitch, but like she had gotten her Cricut, and she made this tiny thing, and
a little mountain. She's using it as a bookmark.
In my Bible that I just got, like I got it from my grandparents for an early birthday gift because I want to use it as soon as possible. But it's just red. Like my other one isn't really like. Is this real?
Yeah, this one's real.
Yeah, real. And I lost. Like I still can't smell. I still can't taste. But I think I can smell this. Like it had this smell.
I can smell it.
Yeah. So like it has a very different smell. But yeah, I put that.
It actually smells like cows.
Like what? Cow.
Cow.
Okay. But then I went, and because she had given me a little extra money because it wasn't that much or something, so I went and got a case. It says Amazing Grace. My mom was trying to show me some
flowers and different things.
Like I mean, I think it was for Dad, but like a picture of something. But it's very simplistic to me, and it has a pocket. My other mine's like not a burgundy, but like a reddish color, and it didn't have an outside pocket. But in church, it's gonna be
noisy. Whenever the pastor's done, you know, everybody zips up at the same time. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I didn't show this last time. I had ordered this one on Black Friday. This was from It's Charm School. So I just wanted you to see how cute this is. It was all covered by this little confetti in here. I'm like, what in the world? There's tons of pockets. I'd only ordered one thing. So I'm sitting here going, what? What's in here? So because it was my first order, she gives you a Pass Charm School 101, and she gave me a code for a future purchase to get 15% off. This one in here has all these little die cuts and little confetti pieces of
just
dropping them to go into my scrapbooking. She does not know I do scrapbooking, so that was a really welcome gift. And I do not know the lady's name. I apologize, but the store, the Etsy store is It's Charm School. And I'm part of Jen Lee's 24-hour cross stitch. What that is 4 times a year, she gives a weekend where we try to get 24 hours in. And I was always team no sleep. So I try to stitch for 24 hours straight. Usually end up napping and then having to stitch a little later. Colleen is team sleep. So it means she tries to do 24 hours throughout the weekend. And some people end up just trying to get 24 hours throughout the month, which is actually one of her every month games anyway. But somebody said, I'd like to make a needle minder for your group. And Jen Lee got together with her. I don't know if she helped design it, but I love it. I looked at this my first 24 hours of cross stitch when it first came out. I was like, I don't need it. And then Black Friday came and it went on sale and I said, I need it. And then there's like little foam confetti pieces in here that you could always pull out and put in your scrapbook also. But I wanted you all to see how cute everything really was in this. And then I did some Etsy shopping. I'm not a huge Etsy person, but apparently I was lately. I ordered Brooks books. I got the Cinderella. Actually, I did the set because you save money by buying the set. So I bought the set of princess dresses. Look her up. Fantastic. I've been watching some of my stitching friends on Facebook stitch these. Real ribbon, like fantastic. So I also ordered the accessory pack. So that has shipped. I don't know when it'll be here. Speaking of shipping, Colleen's birthday present, I'm hoping will be here early. Her birthday is next Monday. And I'll video her opening her cross stitch gift. So we'll insert it into whatever our next video is, just so you guys can see it.
So I know it's cross stitch. I don't know what it is.
Yes, she has no idea. I'm hoping she'll be happy. I'm hoping she'll be surprised. So I got from Avrova, Avrova CS, Avrova CS. I got all kinds of stained glass princesses. So this is the first one that I want to work on, is the Jasmine. So I will hold that up. Yeah, I was pretty sure. I didn't even show you yet.
Yeah.
So this is Jasmine with Raja. I just liked the different color. So I bought all of these stained glasses. They were buy two, get one free. And they were on sale. So I got a couple free of them. And I got all the princesses, but they're big blocks of color. And you know, for my groups, I need certain number of stitches for a lot of things. So I've been looking at these for a while. And they were on sale. I was like, oh, I really, really want to get them. So I got all the princesses, basically. She had 2 and 3 designs of some of them. I didn't go that far. And then the other one is these silhouettes. I guess I'll show you Jasmine because that's one right up top too. And I just, again, I saw somebody stitching it. I was like, oh, I loved it. Just loved it. So I got all the princesses of that also. These are by, I think it went dark. Every time I close this, I apologize. It goes dark. So that is my Jasmine silhouette. I'm going to do the Aurora silhouette first. These are by Nenny, N-E-N-I, or Nini Design. Also an Etsy store. And then, why am I getting the wrong thing? I don't use this except for Pattern Keeper. My Kindle is nothing but cross stitch. But then, like stained glass, I also got Bambi. I got Aristocats and Pinocchio. So I got some, you know, different things. Oh, the other one I was going to talk about was Make It Pink. She designs from Hannah Alexander. That is the artist of whose art that she takes. And I can show you. It's beautiful. This is, I can't close it all the way. I apologize. That's Cinderella. So she is the first one I'm going to do. These are not cheap. So this, I could not buy the whole set. She does sell them in groups of 3 if you want. But because I haven't stitched one, and they have a lot of detail and a lot of beads, and I think even metallics. I'm not sure how many I can do. And the whole set of 3, it's not always ones that I want all 3 of. So yeah, there's a discount the set of 3, but you know, I want to be able to stitch them the way I want. But you know, I love the design of this. So this is why. Her name is Ashley May. Ashley May is fantastic. So I contacted her through her Facebook page or her website. And she says, if you want to pay through PayPal, she'll set up an Etsy listing for you. Fantastic. So she did that for me. And then I said, is there a way that I can like just add extra fabric, like the fabric colors? Could I just bring it in a few extra stitches? Because I wasn't comfortable with the cleavage. I mean, this is actually a lot of cleavage, and the dress goes all the way down, or the opening goes all the way to the waist. I teach piano in my living room to 5-year-olds. I don't really feel comfortable showing off that much skin because I'm not a person who stitches risque things anyway. And I just said to her, I said, it's a little too risque for me. I said, I love it. It's beautiful. You did a great job. Although, to be fair, this is not her design. She put it into cross stitch. Just Hannah Alexander, who was a little bit more risque. But I said, I love her. So Ashley sends me back a message like 20 minutes later. I'm in the car and I just did a little rough sketch. She must have just like highlighted the PDF, and she's like, so I can raise the waistline and I can go up to here and do this, and then the beads in her necklace can all still be there, because I was really not wanting to lose those because that's beautiful. And she's like, and I can raise the neckline to here. And I'm like, what? Okay. I'm like, that's great. And she goes, but I'm out, so I'll have it to you as soon as I can. The next morning, I woke up to an email with the new pattern. It's like, wow. So then, of course, I bought everything and got the pattern. But then she put it on Facebook so that, and in her group, so that anybody else who wants and she calls it the modest bodice. So anybody else who wants the modest top to the princess. And then she had another one in the group too. I'm like, I might have to do that one too. I just not comfortable with that much skin showing. I wouldn't do it for myself. So to stitch one is a little, I don't know. Not really me. So anybody else who does it, that is on you. Just definitely not my thing. So you'll see a lot of new starts for me because I'm doing WIPGO. And I've been buying these projects and not doing anything with them. So I want to start working on some of them actually. So I have some full coverage that are not hates, and I actually want to start them. So I joined a group, Cross Stitch Studio, sorry. So I'm in the group for the Cross Stitch Studio. Well, she has a January challenge to stitch on one of her projects for 30 minutes every day. So I picked the Pledge of Allegiance. So that's going to be my new year, new start. Colleen might have a new year, new start that she doesn't know about. So she hasn't picked. She's like, I don't have any. What did she say? I don't have enough.
I mean, pretty much all the projects I have are started, so I don't really have just patterns lying around.
Right, and everything she's doing, even the Fans of the Far East, I had that since before she was born. So for Mania, she went through all my old patterns. She doesn't really have much of her own. She's going to be 18. She's going to be getting lots of stuff on her own pretty soon. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, oh, you might have something you want to start on January 1st with me. We'll see. So I made 2 WIPGO boards. This is the color for the year. So I'm supposed to leave a free spot. So I'm actually taking one off because I had to search for the last 3 anyway. Because I said I didn't double any. I don't want to start doubling. So this is my full coverage and new start board. My other board is all of my other starts. So some of my Mania that I haven't touched, my goal is only 400 stitches. I mean, I want to be realistic and try to at least hit some of these goals because they're kind of rough to work on. They're either on fabric I'm not loving, or I'm not loving the pattern choice, but I don't hate them enough to say, you're becoming a UFO. I don't want it to become unfinished or not ready to call it that yet. Maybe after next year we'll decide. But I have a few that I think are going to be close to being finished. Going to try to stay current on my Christmas wreath club. We'll see. I have some that I'm hoping to get 1,000 in, like some of my bigger ones. I definitely want to get 1,000 in them. But so I'm doing Pledge of Allegiance. That's Cross Stitch Studio, and that is definitely full coverage. There's stained glass. I'm starting Jasmine stained glass because that's full coverage. The Aurora lace silhouette, that one's also full coverage. So that gets to count. And then I did not show you this. Love learning. And I should actually do a video of plans for December. Probably, I don't know if Colleen will, not December, for the new year. I'm not sure if Colleen will actually have plans to do with me, but you can actually see, you can see the covers of some of these. If you look at the Bell one, Love Learning, that is also full coverage. There is some kind of background to them. So I'm going to work on that one. And then I have the new starts to Make It Pink. I have my Cinderella dress. I love the Cinderella. And then I have an Amazing Grace. I'll show that. I'll probably insert them into the next video. And then for my plans, Forest Piano and Amazing Grace are both pianos. One is from Pain Free Stitching. That's the Forest Piano. I will have to look up what the Amazing Grace is. And then I was looking through my magazine, and I found a Create a Classic Cinderella. This was in the Cross Stitcher magazine. and it starts in November. It's 3 parts. It'll be November, December, January. If you're cheap like me, if you wait until the next month, the digital magazine is $1.99. So I just got November's, and that's where the first one is. So I don't have December yet. So it'll be a 3-part Cinderella. In October, September, and August, they had a mouse in a treehouse, which that story doesn't really catch me like, oh, I gotta do it. It's very cute. Very, very cute. So if you're into fairy tales of any sort, I did not even read the story as to know what it's from. But anyway, that one's in there. That's really cute. I have the digital magazine for my Alice Stitch Along, which I might be a little not done at all. So anyway, I do have to work on that a little bit.
I also would say, like, depending on what project you're gonna work on, it's also to do with the fabric.
Yeah,
because like I think that I have to like our linen and with the uneven. I don't like.
Yeah, we both found out linen is not our favorite thing. When it sits well in the Q-snap, I do like it better.
She tends to get off stitches that way.
You know, linen. I admire you guys who do nothing but linen, but sometimes that one strand is just skinnier than everything else, and then I end up stitching over 3, and then I have a big mess because I'm off and I have to take it all back out. So I do more even weaves. I do Jobalin and Lagana, so that's more me. And then yeah, just a few more that I'm going to be doing. I'm really excited to start my new year. But I can do a walkthrough of my planner. I have pages printed out for the next year from some of my groups, like the Hobbit group I'm in. They have a year-long challenge that I printed out. A lot of my groups don't have them made yet. They know what they're going to do, but like the person in charge of it didn't kind of give us a guide. I'm doing a walk through Iceland. I'm traveling through Iceland, so I printed all of that out. But like there's one where we're going through, I think I'm in Alabama right now. So I am traveling through, and then we're going through all 50 states. I think we can't be going through 50 in a year because we get 2 weeks on each state. So that is not all written out, not yet. So I'm hoping there's going to be something that I can actually put into that. So we had a gift for you guys. It matches the one. Colleen picked it. Colleen wanted this grime guard, and I bought enough fabric because I said, I'm going to make something that you like. And so I made an 11 by 11 grime guard. I think it's pretty good. I think it's my best work. I took so careful making my seams for you guys. So we have an 11 by 11 Q-snap grime guard to give away. The only thing we ask is that you don't say the word giveaway in the comments, because we want somebody who's actually a cross stitcher, not somebody who goes, oh, there's giveaways and I can resell it myself. I want somebody who will use it, who will like it. So what should we say? Since Christmas is coming,
Merry Christmas.
Say Merry Christmas or Christmas. Use the word Christmas. That's what I'll look for, because you can tell me your Christmas plans, anything, what you did for Christmas. But I might let it open for a little bit, probably until the middle of January, because I know everybody's busy. But always come back to this video to make your comments. So yeah, I did. I did my very best work for you all. So that's our Christmas gift. As far as coming up, we probably will not make another video till after Christmas. Her birthday is Monday. Christmas is Friday. And then the week after, between Christmas and New Year's, I am off work. So we'll probably make a video then, and I'll also do an extra video of plans. Unless Colleen has plans of her own that she changes her mind and decides. And then she can make some plans with me.
I guess.
She's not quite into the groups like I am. You guys know that. All right, what thought am I going to leave you with? All right, so this is my sidetracked home executives, because, you know, when you put your priorities as being cross-stitching, you don't quite keep up with some things that you wish you would have. So this is only for the people who say, my house is a disaster. I feel guilt, because there's so many stitchers that I feel guilty spending all this time stitching and not getting my work done. So it's called breaking it into bite-sized pieces. So here is a paragraph from Sidetracked Home Executives. Besides the free day, your basic week plan also should include a moderate cleaning day, which is 2 to 4 hours spent on housework. Don't forget, if you have kids, they split that time with you. A quiet day when you will do things like pay bills, balance a checkbook, clip grocery coupons, write letters, and tie up loose ends. My day is just paying bills. A grocery shopping day. A heavy cleaning day, which is 4 to 6 hours of housework. That's when you leave your big jobs. A family day, and Sunday, which is free of cleaning. You never clean on a Sunday. Well, you pick a day, but because we're busy on Sundays, I don't want to be cleaning on a Sunday. But their idea is put things on index cards with daily and weekly prompts. I know in this digital age, you can check things off digitally. I still like the index card system because I'm looking at those the day. You know, this needs done every day. This needs done every week. And then once it's done, and it's guilt-free. My house is by no means clean all the time. My living room looks it though, because that's where I teach. But anyway, just a little bit of help trying to get our clutter under control so we can be guilt-free stitching. Any other comments, Colleen, before we go?
Yeah, not really.
All right. So, Merry Christmas, and if we don't make a video, we'll see you next year.
Bye.
Bye.